just before I start the brakes, I'm changing the rear discs, putting the back plates on, and calipers, new calipers and pads, etc. Just finishing off the bracket for the wheel, the mud flap. Had to knock the rib bolt out, the rib nut out of the chassis, put a new one in, M6, and then put the bracket on that's painted, and then just put the mud flap on. That's easy job, innit? Anyway, we'll get back to doing the taking the half shaft out and removing the disc and the hub. Although I've never done it before, there's a circlip in there, isn't there? Maybe I should watch the video to see what the crack is. Yeah, I think I'll take the circlip off. That must hold it to the actual cracky. Right, I found that. Sorry about that. Put that in the thing there. And then it's 16 mils. Sorry, 17 mils. Let's check it's in gear actually. So, where's the nuts? There. Smell oil as though it's seeping along the half shaft, I'm not sure, but it smells quite potent. Might just get a tray. Yeah, so price that off slowly. I've got new gaskets and everything, so yeah, that comes off nice and tidy. Not sure there's a gasket on there, it's gasket sealer. I'll have a look at it after. So now you've got the big nuts inside, and I think that's crimped round. I don't know if you can see it actually. Not really though, I think it's crimped. It's been knocked in. I'm not sure actually. Anyway, I'll try removing the nut. I have got some replacement nuts as well. So your hub nut, 52mm, specially bought socket. It looks quite stiff, so I might use the big bar on it. Well, off camera, I had to get the extension bar put, well, hollow bar with a tube in it, put it onto the strong arm and crack that nut because that was solid. You were talking, I've just, I think you're supposed to tighten them up to 200 Newton meters. They're supposed to be absolutely solid. So now I'm going to whiz that off with the gun. Should be loose enough now I've cracked it. And then hub's loose. I'll set the camera back up on the tripod now for the next bit. Yeah, so that's your nut. That's 200 Newton meters. Put that down there. So now it could be I think there is a big bearing washer, which I'll have to drag out. Yeah, that's your washer, and then should be a bearing there, about tape a roller bearing, which are okay, in good condition, we hope. Yeah, keep that clean. Now try and take the hub off itself with it. Yeah. So actually, yeah, the half shaft's still in. Then you've got your, presumably these are your caliper mounts. And then you've got, I think the bracket for the back plates fits to that as well as the axle itself, I think. What does it? I can't remember now. I'll have to have a way up and have a look. As you can see with the old back plate, I've cut it because I had to take it off. This bolt comes through from the bracket near the shock absorber rear bottom mount. Then we've got some new brackets like that. I've already bought them. Probably didn't need to. I could have probably cleaned these up. And then it's bolted to the new back plate. So I think what I'm going to do first is get the nuts and bolts ready for these. This actually connects to that side where the caliper joins the axle. So I'll get the nuts and the back plate, the new one, get the bracket, get the nuts and bolts, and then come back to you. I'm not sure whether you're going to see very much putting this back plate on, but so you slide them around the back, and I can get that bolt into that. Actually, I can probably use a longer bolt than that. Take that off. I'm not sure I'm going to be. Oh, it's tricky. Yeah, I've got the bolt started. Difficult to do. Just get it through something like, and then put the bracket on. Don't want to tighten it up too much. Finish it when the disc's on its all central, calipers on. Obviously, I think that bracket will line it up properly. For a minute. You've got that one, and then you've got the bracket itself, which is somewhere now. Where'd I put that? Yeah, so that now fits inside there. Try and get that nut through the bolt, I mean. Yeah, washer for that. Put that one through there. I bet there's not really much you can see with this, is there really? That nut's in now. So we've got the bottom one to do, and then it's ready to sort of position when the disc's on. Quite a boring video this a bit, really. Fiddly. I won't record it all, in fact I might as well stop it now. Tighten that bracket up, and then you can see where it fits behind and the caliper bolt. Yeah, so although it's loose, when it's attached to the caliper, the caliper sits in between that bracket and obviously the actual lugs. Yeah, so it's all bracketed up, ready to go. I'm going to have a look at taking the disc off the actual hub now. I'll do that on the bench. Yeah, so I've took one bolt out there just to get the size. I won't do them all on camera, but actually might as well no matter. Yeah, so that's all them undone. Should be able to take these bolts out. Separate the disc from the hub. Don't know how difficult that's going to be now. I'll give it a... Don't think I can hold the camera at the same time. Could put it on the tripod, but let me give it a crack and see whether it comes off. Yeah, so just a bit of persuasion from just giving this a bit of a tap round, easing it out of the actual disc. So the old, I mean, they're not that bad actually. Well, they need cleaning up, but they're not. I think they're fairly new. Not long ago. But obviously, it's been stood for a while. So anyway, I'll clean the hub up, clean all around where it sits, and then put the new disc on. Yeah, so as you can see, I've cleaned the mating surface up with the wire brush on the angle grinder, ready to accept the new disc. I'll get the new disc now and fit that. So I'll shiny new discs. Get my dirty fingers all over them now. That should slide on there quite nice. I've got to align obviously the bolt holes up. It's going to be difficult while holding the camera. So it's something like that. Yeah, that's done that. And then add the bolts. And then whiz the bolts up. So I'll torque them up now, and job's a good one. Yeah, so going off the new disc hub all back together. Get that back on. Slide that back. On somehow. What seems to be going on? What is that? Get the there we go. Right, so you now put the spacer in. The spacer for the no, that's not the spacer, is it? Just a second. Find it. Yeah, it was it. So that's your spacer. That stops you. Well, once you tighten that nut up, it makes it so that your bearings can't be over tightened. I'll put the bearing in. slide your bearing in. Tricky. Now the washer. There's a flat on that, so that goes on that way. It's your washer. And then it's your new hub nut. And that's the bit you bend over into the hub up. This has got to 210 Newton meters. A bit more. I'll put the torque wrench on it again. That's 210 Newton meters. So what we do now is I'll just take the camera off the tripod. You see that bit there, just tapping slightly so that it's, well, I don't think it'll come off anyway, but you tap it slightly so it won't undo. And then I'll clean the disc up, and it's caliper time. Oh, I've got to put the end of the hub on with the new gasket, which I've got some new gaskets. In fact, I'll do that, and then that's the disc replaced. It's probably a separate video, the caliper, brake pads, and then I've obviously got the other side to do, which I won't repeat by filming it. I'll just have to do it off camera. So torqued up, I've cleaned the outer bit of half shaft hub, whatever you call it. So it's now a matter of gasket and offer that up to probably should put a bolt through so that if I get that on the splines, then spin the hub to match the outer bit. Put your bolt in. Get all your bolts in first. I think that done these last time. I hadn't used a gasket, it just siliconed it. I don't know whether that's general practice or. So now it's the ergon. Oh, not the ergon, the electric ergon, whatever you call it. Make me walkie. Torque them up. And then put this Doesn't look as though it's on properly, that, does it? I think I'm going to retrace my steps there because I'll come back to it because it's now 5 o'clock in the afternoon on a Sunday. Doesn't look as though the hub's far enough on to me, because you've got to get the circlip on yet, and then the outer plastic. So whether or not something's not sat right, I'll have a look at it and then get back to you. Right, a bit of a silly mistake, but I pushed the actual half shaft too far into the diff, so didn't have to strip anything down. Just pulled the half shaft out slightly. I'm going to put the circlip on now before I push it too far in again. Circlip on. So now the half shaft can't go in, and now I can whiz the nuts up. Right, so I'm going to clean up the muck off the disc now. I'll put the outer cap on. Give it a wipe. And then you brake clean of the disc. Get all the mucky marks off. Might have to do it again after when I'm putting the pads in, etc. Probably should have used a clean rag. I will do it again. Now, I could tighten that, but I'll wait till it's better, isn't it? Right, so there you have it. Disc replaced, half shaft back in, hub spinning nice and freely. Yeah, tighten that up once I put the disc, the new caliper on, and then it's a matter of doing the other side, and then that's it. Brake pipes on the rear axle then, bleed the brakes. I have got a venting pipe to put back on, which I'll leave out now because I don't want to forget it. This vent pipe, the actual vent breather, whatever you want to call it, so that goes from axle there, and it shoots up into the inside of the chassis there, just to probably keep it above water, I suppose, if you're wading. So, I hope you've enjoyed this bit of a video, bit of a mishmash of all sorts of things again, bit of learning curve for myself, but if you're ever doing it yourself, then you know what to expect. Cheers, thanks for watching.